Fears for travelers trying to access Thailand in the interim period as Thailand Pass launch nears go. Hoteliers have generally given a warm welcome to the new urgency driving the 1st of November reopening injected by Prime Minister Prayut Chan ocha, but are asking authorities to speed up the removal of the alcohol ban and the resumption of the country's nightlife, which are an integral part of the appeal of the kingdom to its core market, as well as being a key revenue generator for the hospitality and entertainment sectors which employ millions. As Thailand prepares for its 1st of November reopening in the coming days, there are concerns about travelers planning to enter the kingdom in the opening weeks of the new entry regime, with some potential holidaymakers already experiencing difficulty as the certificate of entry system begins to wind down, while the Thailand Pass system will not be operational and able to accept applications until 9 a.m. on the 1st of November next. Senior figures in the Thai travel industry such as the president of the Thai Hotels Association Marissa Sukasalnumpakdi and the chairman of Minor Group International William Hynek are calling on the government to lift the ban on alcohol and the nightlife industry as soon as possible to spur the momentum of the 1st of November reopening. It comes as there are fears of interim problems as the certificate of entry system is being phased out to be replaced by the Thailand Pass system for all incoming passengers from the 1st of November, with some passengers currently reporting problems getting clearance to access the kingdom. There are concerns among prospective travelers due to arrive in Thailand in the first weeks of November about the current processing system for entry into the kingdom and the overlap period. Government officials have confirmed that the certificate of entry scheme will close on the 1st of November. Currently, people applying to enter Thailand just after the 1st of November are being told, in some instances, that they cannot process a certificate of entry under the old system, while the new Thailand Pass system will not be opened for business until 9 a.m. to the 1st of November next, with an estimated time span of 3 to 5 days for processing applications. Certificates of entry granted for dates after November remain valid and can be converted, says the ministry. There have already been assurances from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs that existing certificates of entry to access Thailand after the 1st of November are valid and will be able to be converted to the new entry regime, but travelers are effectively being told to wait and not organize trips until after the 7th of November. The situation is prompting concerns of another emergency or debacle similar to that which occurred on the 1st of July this year with the launch of the Phuket sandbox, when there were delays in processing appropriate entry documents for arrivals in the opening 72 hours of that scheme. Top tourists soured by red tape. Hyper-regulation is killing off enthusiasm for the Phuket sandbox among fans caught up in confusion over certificate of entry at the launch of the scheme from the 29th of June to the 1st of July. The Thai Ministry of Foreign Affairs has already confirmed that the certificate of entry process will be phased out entirely after the 1st of November and replaced with the new Thailand Pass system. Thailand Pass system will be used from the 1st of November by all passengers entering Thailand from abroad on Sunday, the 24th of October. Mr. Tani Sangrat, who is now the Director General of the Department of Information at the Ministry, confirmed that staff at embassies and consulates all over the world were testing the Thailand Pass application, which has been developed by the Digital Government Development Agency, DGA. He explained that the new system will accept uploaded documents from travelers concerning their vaccine status and other requirements. The processing of each application to enter Thailand should be complete within a 3 to 5 day time frame. Since the closure of Thailand in April 2020, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs through Royal Thai embassies and consulates have processed 400,000 applications to enter Thailand for both tourists, foreign residents in the kingdom and incoming tourists, he disclosed. Web-based application opens on the 1st of November. Thailand Pass will be a web-based application that will be available to all travelers. Click here for the new Thailand Pass website, opening the 1st of November at 9 a.m. The senior government official said that staff at Royal Thai embassies and consulates will still operate as a support service for applicants from foreign countries seeking to gain entry into Thailand as they upload documents including a TM8 health declaration and a T6 arrival form online. Thai embassies and consulates will change their original role of issuing the codes to publicizing and giving advice on the registration of the Thailand Pass system. This means there will be no more process of seeking their approval, said Mr. Tani. Royal Thai embassies and consulate staff will still offer support and guidance to all those visiting. He said the embassy network was busy promoting the reopening of the country on simpler terms to the 46 listed countries and territories, as well as potential Thai travelers who will also be using the new Thailand Pass service. He clarified that this process will also be used by all travelers from other countries entering under the different sandbox programs and those who are unvaccinated and therefore required to stay 10 days at alternative quarantine hotels. Officials are currently estimating a 3 to 5 day processing period for applicants, although Mr. Chan over the weekend suggested that all potential travelers register with the Thailand Pass system at least 7 days before departure for Thailand. Hoteliers and foreign tourism business owners step up calls to have alcohol and nightlife ban lifted. Concern about the successful integration of the Thailand Pass system on the 1st of November comes as there is also mounting anxiety about the continued ban on alcohol. Tourism industry leaders have generally welcomed the decisive approach of Prime Minister Prayut Chan ocha since he intervened on the 11th of October to order a broader and simpler entry process, raising expectations and causing more hotels to reopen. Now senior industry executives fear that the experience of initial travelers in the opening weeks of larger numbers of arrivals may create a negative reaction that could derail or impede further bookings. Marissa Sukasalnumpakdi is the president of the Thai Hotels Association. She believes the 1st of November reopening will be successful but that it will take some weeks to settle in. Many potential holidaymakers or travelers to Thailand adopt a wait-and-see approach, but the sentiment is generally positive to this plan in the beginning. She predicts some foreign tourists will test the waters while others will wait to see how it works before taking the plunge. Thai Examiner survey of readers who may wish to visit Thailand after the 1st of November 2021. Click here. Already, indications are that many regular visitors to Thailand from Western countries are waiting until December after the Prime Minister suggested in mid-October that by the 1st of December, the entertainment and nightlife industry may be reopened in the country. Top hoteliers and industry leaders are now openly admitting the critical importance of this industry to the overall foreign tourism sector in the kingdom, which is worth 2 trillion baht a year to the Thai economy and which has seen a 99.4% wipeout from April 2020 to September 2021. It is a vital component of a successful formula that had made Thailand's foreign tourism economy the second largest in the world, after Spain, before the pandemic. Minor Group boss calls for booze ban to be lifted on the 25th of October. The chairman of Minor International, one of Thailand's most successful firms, quoted on the Stock Exchange of Thailand, said, and which operates a chain of hotels in Bangkok and other parts of the country, Mr. Willem Heineck, wrote to the governor of Bangkok, Aswin Kwanmoang. He underlined the need for a lifting of the ban on alcohol. For both business and leisure travelers, alcohol plays a central role in the enjoyment of their visits. It also makes a significant contribution in sales to restaurants and hotels, thus boosting the earnings of Thai businesses and the millions of staff that they employ, he said. As one of Thailand's largest providers of hospitality to foreign visitors, we are keenly familiar with the expectations and needs of travelers to Thailand. Hotel industry leader calls for a wider reopening of pubs and nightlife to make the reopening a success. Similarly, Ms. Marissa has emphasized the need for removal of the alcohol ban and the start of the nightlife industry as soon as possible to boost sentiment towards Thailand and the holiday experience of visitors arriving in the coming weeks. The hotel boss, like Mr. Heineck, also points out that alcohol is essential to the overall ability of hotels to earn income. She has also admitted that Thailand is known worldwide for its nightlife industry and hospitality, which includes an eclectic mix of pubs and entertainment venues. It was not only restaurants in hotels that were severely affected by alcohol and nightlife bans. Entertainment venues and those occupations involved in this business, such as musicians, are the most impacted industry, she said. Employees in nightlife businesses face a more critical situation than those working for hotels. Hotel staff can shift to other posts in hotels or take leave without pay temporarily, but nightlife people have been completely jobless in the past 4 months. Ms. Marissa suggested that limited social distancing rules and vaccine screenings could be part of the mix to protect public health. Limiting the number of guests and requiring them to show a vaccine certificate should help basic screening and balance healthcare measures with the economy, she declared. Hotels in Phuket are reopening with only 30% now closed as bookings are reportedly picking up. Last weekend's announcement clarified one key question regarding the reopening by confirming that after the 1st of November, the certificate of entry will be a thing of the past. Hoteliers in Thailand are already reporting a significant pickup in bookings, with reports that now only 30% of the hotels in Phuket remain closed as smaller and medium-sized concerns prepare to reopen across the kingdom. In Phang-nga province, Mr. Phang-nga, who is the CEO of the property development firm which owns the popular Natai Medical Center and Resort in the province, said in recent days that his firm has been pleasantly surprised at the more open nature of the government's new policy and in particular, the extended list of 46 countries that can enjoy quarantine-free admission for vaccinated visitors together with the more streamlined Thailand Pass entry procedure. Mr. Atanop said he was aware of a significant pickup in bookings in Phuket while his firm would now commence its marketing to again attract foreign tourists to come and stay as guests. Hotel and resort owner agrees with the government's new living with COVID approach to the economy. He agreed with the government's policy of now living with the COVID-19 disease and allowing businesses and workers to get back to earning a living. It seems that the government is on the right track compared to last year. The COVID-19 infection rate of Thailand was to the fore as we shut down the country. But this year, the infection rate is still at the level of 10,000 people per day and we open the country. It shows that we accept that we have to live with COVID, disclosed Mr. Atanop. While his observation is pertinent, opinion polls in the last 2 weeks have consistently shown a majority of the Thai public remains both cautious and negative towards this bold and brave initiative being driven by the Thai Prime Minister. Foreign tourism works better than exports. The hotel and property boss said it will take some time for businesses to recover from the prolonged shutdown and to develop some cash reserves, but at least now that process could start. He also explained how foreign tourism generates cash more quickly and distributes it more effectively than the other pillar of Thailand's economy, which is exports. The government has accelerated the expansion of vaccination to cover group immunity. The sooner you open and expand the country, the better, because opening the country to tourists will help turn the country's economy back quickly. Because it can receive cash and if there is a lot of money, it will help GDP growth faster than the export sector. It takes time to purchase raw materials, it takes time to produce and deliver products, and it takes a long time to get money, he concluded.